What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with some more Lords Mobile. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm doing great, and I'm almost at 100 subscribers, which is fantastic, considering I came back only a couple of weeks ago. I had about 30, I think, a couple of weeks ago. It's almost like tripled in the space of a couple of weeks, so that's absolutely fantastic. So I would just like to say at the start of this video, thank you for those that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thank you for the support and the ongoing support. It's much appreciated, so thank you. Okay, so what I want to do today is just go over some battle reports. I haven't really shown too much action on my channel so far on my Lords Mobile account. You know, there's a really simple explanation to explain the reason why, and that's because it's a new account. You know, most of the time you have to be turtled up at the start of a new account. You need to build, you need to, you know, train your troops and research and level up your heroes. And, you know, unless you're dropping, you know, bags of money, that takes time, and you know, I'm not dropping bags of money, so it's definitely going to take time. But with that being said, I have tested the account on a few occasions just to see kind of, you know, where it's currently sitting, you know, what kind of improvements I need to make. Is this troop composition really working, or do I need to switch things up? And the only way to really answer those questions is to, you know, unshield your base and go and explore and let people hit you and you hit them and just see what kind of results you get. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to be showing you over some reports of some of the successes and failures that I've had over the last couple of weeks, you know, since this account started to grow a little bit. So what we'll do first of all, let's have a look here. So you can see the date on this. This was about 3 weeks ago now, or 2.5, maybe 2.5 weeks. And SB are like our mortal enemies in our kingdom, so to speak. And this chap here, Hawenta, who I think has actually quit the game now, ported in and decided he was going to attack me. So here was his first attack. Let's have a look. So my troop compositions and stuff have changed a lot over the last couple of weeks. I don't mind showing you all the numbers and whatnot. But he sent his leader on the first march, and I had 583,000 troops in my turf. None of them got killed. I think beds wise at that time I think I had about 200,000. So yeah, I mean, he lost 35,000, wounded 53,000. And if we look at the battle report, you can see there that it's all T3 that he's sending. He lost a lot of Royal Cavs and Royal Guards on that attack. So the way this played out was he hit me with this attack, and then he'd done nothing. He sat there for a few seconds and just kind of froze and thought, whoa, you know, that I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that didn't go very well. So what he done then was he sent 2 marches really in quick succession, and he sped the second one up. So they were both coming within like a couple of seconds of each other. And you know what? I tried, but I did not heal quick enough on the second hit. So here comes the first hit. I've re-healed my troops at this point. Again, he's put 154,000 in beds. Did he send his leader? Yeah, he sent his leader again. 154,000 into beds. And this, he's lost 40,000. And again, these are T3 as well. You know, he's losing a lot of might. A lot of might. Again, similar results. 40,000 Cavs, 59,000 Royal Guards. Damn. That's a lot. Okay, so then the second attack hit me, and like I say, I didn't quite have my bed. It didn't fill my beds. But I actually won this attack because obviously it didn't have the leader because it was the second march coming in. I lost 11,000, so it wasn't too bad. He lost a lot more without his leader. Yeah, just makes such a big difference. 65,000 red dead and 59,000 wounded. So yeah, that wasn't great. So, you know, he's done those 2 attacks. They didn't go very well. He then sent a 4th attack once all his troops had come back with his leader again. And again, he lost 38,000. I mean, he was losing about 2.5 million might per, you know, per hit. So, I mean, he hit me 4 times. So it's almost like 10 million, but I mean, minus the wounded that he can re-heal, he probably lost about 7.5, 8 million might just by coming over and hitting me. So I think I trapped him quite well. I would class that as a trap attack there. The fact that he hit me 4 times in succession, he thought he was getting somewhere. In fact, he wasn't getting anywhere, and he walked away with less 8 million might, and I had all my troops still, apart from 11,000 T1s. So I think, in all fairness, I think that was my first big success on this new account, and I wanted to take it from there. You saw I just had over 500,000 troops at that point. I wanted to increase that. I wanted to maybe trap some bigger people. Well, that's exactly what happened 4 days later. This guy here, Wuji, he came over. He's a big guy. Basically, we're a newish kingdom, and at this point where these attacks are happening, I'm about 21, 22 million in might. This guy's about 70 million in might. So, he's got the credit card out and rushed it through to be able to basically beat everyone. But he came over, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what kind of damage it was going to do. In fact, the first hit he gave me was horrible. There's no other way of putting it. It was horrible. He hit me, he filled my beds up, and plus 109,000 red dead. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't all bad. He got hurt too. He lost 2.5 million might and 42,000 dead on his side. So, it wasn't all bad. And then this what actually happened here was he'd done exactly the same thing as Hawenta. He sent in 2 marches straight away because he knew I was a trap. So he sent 2 marches in straight away, like one after the other. But I managed to heal for the second one. So when his second one hit me, there you go, let's have a look. Yeah, see, this one didn't have a leader because it was right after the other one. I actually managed to heal this time. Oh no, that's not the one. Oh, that's the one I wanted to show you last. That's not good. Oh dear. This one, the second one, hang on. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, I've ruined my little surprise now. But it's all good. Yeah, this was the second march. So actually, without the leader, he didn't fill my beds. And I think I'd done a good amount of damage, considering I was a 21 million player, and he's like 70 odd million. I mean, he's over 100 now, but 70 odd million at the time. I think that was a pretty decent hit. Here's where it all went wrong, right? He filled my beds up, 195,000. I was starting to run low on speed ups, and I thought, you know what, I can't keep this up. Like, if I had the speed ups and the RSS, well, the RSS wasn't an issue, but the speed ups definitely were. And gems as well, I was running a bit low. And I thought to myself, you know what, if I had the gems and the speed ups, I'd take hits off you all day long. That's how I was feeling right then. But I didn't have enough speeds to get that 195 out of the infirms. So I decided the best and safest thing to do at this point was to pull away. Now I made a big rookie error with regards to this whole situation, and that was I wanted my shield to drop so they would come over and hit me. But what I did was I scouted another turf near me to drop my shield. And it put Battle Fury on, so I couldn't just shield up when I'd had enough. What you need to be doing, if you've got loads of time left on your timer and on your shield and you want to drop it, is pull into a forest and then pull out the forest, because that will drop your shield. But I didn't do that, so I couldn't just say, oh, enough's enough, I'm going to put my shield up. I had to actually get away from him because another hit would have been devastating. And I randomed, but as I pressed the random button, and I cringed, as I pressed the random button, I heard the third march come in. It went off just as I pressed it. And I did not want to look at the battle report. I thought, I don't want to look. I'm just going to look away. Like, he was doing 200, 300,000 when he was hitting me. And I was like, you know what, all my infirms were full. I said, this is going to be horrendous. I don't even want to look at it. But, you had to look eventually. I think I walked away from my phone. And then I came back to it. It was nasty. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, 194,000 dead. That's a lot of troops to lose in one solo hit. That's a hell of a lot. And it's my own fault, But again, like I said at the start of the vid, some of these are going to be successes. Some of them are failures. You can only learn by your mistakes. The thing I learned on this occasion was don't drop your shield to do some trapping if you ain't got enough speed ups to heal yourself quickly. I just didn't expect a big guy like this to come over and fill my beds up and some with one hit. But, you learn from your mistakes. That's the best way. And you know, I was in cavalry phalanx the whole time. He was in infantry phalanx. I was countering him. But it's like that first hit, for example. Just like that first hit. Let's bring that first one back up again. This first hit that he hit me with, I was fully boosted. I was locked and loaded. I had all my gear on. I had boosts applied. I had the lot. And you know, I was in cavalry phalanx because I looked at his gear when he come in, and it looked like he was going to be sending infantry. So I just switched to cavalry. I got it right, which was great. Even with the counter phalanx, this dude still managed to wound 203,000, fill my bed up, and kill 100,000. Just crazy. You know, definitely not enough troops in there to handle someone like this. But you know, you got to learn. You got to know your limits. I found my limit at this point. So yeah, okay. Moving forward, our alliance SF as a coalition, as a group, we rallied a guy. I think he was just over 22 million. We rallied him, and he didn't have as many troops as we thought. We had anti-scout on, so we couldn't check beforehand. But big shout out to Loot, another R4 in our guild. He led this rally, and yeah, that was painful. 250,000 red on that. Oof. So we didn't lose pretty much nothing. It was crazy. But yeah, I bet he had woke up and had a real bad day when he saw that report in the morning. So that's that one. That was a rally we done. Moving forward, these are just some solo attacks that I actually done yesterday. I was porting around and hitting SB, who are our mortal enemies at the moment. This was a nice little hit. Wounded, nothing major. He's just going to heal that up. Still a good hit though. And then this is one of SB's R4s. So I ported on him yesterday and had a little smack on his base, little knock on his door, and yeah, pretty good. 70,000 wounded there, 15,000 red. Although I did take a bit of a on that hit. Although he had skins, he had castle skins, because he had little yellow stars under his name when you click on his castles. He was fortifying or something. I don't know. I ain't got that far yet myself, but he definitely had something going on there. Got a second hit there. I only really done a couple of hits on this and got out of there because it was in their hive. I didn't want to risk getting hit bad, but you know, I ended up doing that. I would have stayed for the next one. I was gonna literally stay there and hit him again, and I realised at this point I was in the wrong phalanx as well, and I thought, oh, I need to switch to cav. But I'd done 2 hits. Someone had already started tracking me with an 8-hour rally, and I thought, you know what, let's just get out of here, because I can see myself getting gangbanged in a minute. And I thought, nah, it ain't happening. So I just got out. But you know what, 108,000. I ended up killing more than I lost, so I was pretty happy with that. And then the pièce de résistance was the 0 that I got, which is, I'm really happy with this one. I'm sure he's not. But Mr. Iron Fist, I caught this guy napping in construction gear. And I went over there and I thought, I'm not waiting, I'm not rallying you, I'm going to solo this guy. And you know what, he had 450,000 T3, and he didn't have nothing else, I don't think. Maybe a little bit of something else, but mainly T3, I'm sure it was. Let's have a look. Alright, he's got a few thousand of Glads and Reptilian Riders, but primarily he's just full on guards, snipers, cavs, and fire trebuchets. So I thought, I'm going to zero this guy out. I've got to have a go. Got to try and zero him. And yeah, the first hit was painful. I ain't going to lie. I just about won it. 75,441, 75,659. It was close. But I was in the right phalanx this time around, which I think helped me. I think if I was still in that range phalanx, I probably would have lost that solo. So that was the first hit. And then the second hit. There we go. So that was a bit nicer. Look at that, 2.7 million. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the troops that got killed on that one. I mean, look at that, 54,000 cavs, 57,000 guards. Nice. And you know, and he had the right hero. Did he have the right heroes on his wall? I mean, who did he have on his wall? I mean, you know, there's green heroes and grey heroes, and they're not leveled up to rank 7 or 8, and he's using Oathkeeper. I don't like Oathkeeper. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad hit. And then I went in again. There was no stopping me at this point. This was away from their hive. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going. There's the third hit. Ooh, that one stung. He had a lot of snipers left at this point. And one of my guys in my guild ported over and threw an attack in. Haven't got the report on that one, but he killed about 60,000-70,000 worth of his T3 snipers. And then I just went in and finished it off, which is really nice. There we go, 89,791 for the 0. So there we go. He started off around about 20. I'd like to say about 21, well, 20 million or 21 million, something like that. And by the time we finished zeroing him, he was on 9.5 million. I checked later on that evening, and he must have come online because he'd gone back up to 11. But to drop that much when you're that kind of level player is such a big hit, you know. So yeah, really happy with that. So basically, that's what I've been up to. Some really good reports there, some good, some bad. But again, you learn from your mistakes, and there we go. So I hope you enjoyed going through these battle reports with me. If you noticed anything in those battle reports that you feel that I should have done different, or with my march, like, because I was sending 80,000 snipers and then evening out the other two between cav and range, sorry, cav and infantry. So that's what I've been doing. Am I doing that wrong? If there's something you feel that I should do, then let me know, because I'll take all the advice and tips that you can chuck at me. Okay. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to go through some reports with you and check in. I've not made a video for a couple of days. So yeah, I hope you all take care, do well and take care. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And most importantly, peace out. And I'll see you soon, guys.